There's a Torah reader called Chosen 144. He called himself the Chosen 144. And he was hired at 83 Apollo Street for harm reduction, meaning anything that could cause that facility harm connected to them being found out with the legal operations that they're doing at 83 Apollo Street, where they have when my son, who they hurt and took into a dream state and kept assaulting just like they did me. They have that child there, and yet they sitting here saying that he dead, and my sister sitting here saying he dead, and he is dead. He's just in a dream. They killed him and put him in a fucking dream, and they've been stalking and raping him ever since. And this has been going on since the 9th century. Princess Anne is a fraud. Prince Andrew is a fraud. Prince Andrew came all the way from London to kill a black Jesus called my son, the bloodline of King Charles. He said he came and he was trying to give me the money and the inheritance and all this stuff that was sent by my mother. And he, somewhere in the translation of that, started messing with someone called Tina Marie Jefferson. And while he dealing with Tina Jefferson, every time him and Tina get into something, Tina then goes and kill a family member of mine and then put him on Tamar. The show is called Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall and Tina Jefferson. I keep telling y'all that A$AP Rocky and Mark Samuel, Mark Phillips, Denzel Washington, that's all the same person. Denzel Washington, A$AP Rocky, Mark Samuel, Travis Scott, that's all the same person. That's one person. And a lot of people might ask, how can this be the same person? Because when you're born, when we were all originally born, which yes, we were born into this planet or delivered to this planet, because some people didn't have a physical birth. Some people were actually delivered, and that's when these fake birth certificates, that's how some of the fake birth certificates came about. Because some people did not come through a physical birth of a woman. And being that the narrative on this planet is that everybody is born out of the flesh and not delivered or not coming directly from planets. Because they tried to hide that narrative, they started creating fake birth certificates. And now you have to understand, fake birth certificates, that is at the highest level of corruption, that somebody can have a fake identification of a birth certificate, social security card, and a ID. And if you look at your social security number tell you who killed you. You just don't know all the players involved with your personal situation. My birth certificate tells me who killed me. Period. 17, I was killed 3 times. I was killed as a 1-year-old, and I was killed as a 7-year-old. As a Pisces, as a Scorpio. I was killed as a boy Scorpio at 1, at 7, and the girl me was killed at 3. So my social is 173. And then 5-6 is Scorpio claiming that death. Period. 3-6 is Diana. 4-7 is the 4 and 7-year-old that was killed when they took her life. Lady. And that's why I keep telling you, stop calling me lady. It's an embarrassment. It's to show that you took a human Alpha Centaurian with blue eyes and you put her in a dog and then called her the devil with you. Please stop being your own mom. You did it to your own mom. You keep calling me your sister, and I was once called your mom, and I can't be called your mom no more because you wanted to have sex with me, like y'all all do. And y'all are repeatedly doing it. You cannot sit and say, Chosen 144, I'm talking to you fucking directly, motherfucker. Your name is Samuel. You are also Mike Tyson. You are also Shay Shay in the morning. Whoever that Shay faggot nigga is, that's what Sam really look like. That's Sam real identity. That he don't ever want nobody to know. That's what Mike Tyson look like. That's what what's his name? Medea. That's why Sam go in between the dress. He's an Aquarian. Aquarians are girls and boys at the exact same time. That's why when they get in these relationships, these fake relationships with us, like Heidi Klum, that's Sam is Heidi Klum husband. Sam is Heidi Klum husband, and I'm Heidi Klum, but Sam is also black as Samuel. He's also in this shelter with somebody called Shania Walker. He has 2 twins with her called Joshua and Jordan. And Joshua Samuel is the person that y'all keep saying is in Silicon Valley. He killed a little child at his location for cats. He killed them to get honor and privilege in the Puerto Rican cat realm. I'm in a shelter with a lot of Puerto Ricans, and like I said, it's no disrespect. First of all, for many years, I spent my whole welfare check in the Puerto Rican stores because I understood that these is a group of people. They're in a whole nother country because Puerto Rico ain't Brooklyn. So they're in a whole nother thing. So I spent my money, $500 a pop at times, because I figured this $500 is going to go to their community. Most of the Puerto Ricans, when you go in the store, there's a book so thick and so old that you got to put rubber bands on it to close it. And I went in that store and I spent, like I said, I was charitably spending. I can get in a cab with $500 and go get groceries. I intentionally bought Heroes that month. I intentionally bought sodas, juices, my kids' lunches out these Puerto Rican stores so that they could take their money to Puerto Rico and recycle it, because most of their Puerto Rican people is on the books. Like I said, the book's so thick, you got to close it with a rubber band. It can't even close on its own no more. And I went in that store and asked for a nickel credit, and I was told no. I went in that same store, and my stepdaughter at the time, Kana Williams, Jesse Anthony Williams, the same guy in this blue drop top that is in the 78 Captain in the shelter that I'm in. I was dating that individual at the time. And at that time that I'm dating him, his daughter in Queens went where they killed us, where the killer at, where they killed. I sent that daughter to the same Puerto Rican store that, like I said, I sacrificed my money in every month. And I sent her to get a 2-liter soda. She came back with the wrong soda. I told her, "Man, this is the wrong soda. You have to go back." She said no. When she went back, and then they told her, "Oh, you opened it. We don't want that shit." So I went back and I said, "Why did y'all say you opened it?" She came in. I saw the soda was messed up, a wrong choice. I sent her back. He said, I'm talking as polite as I can. He said, "No, you're a liar, da-da-da-da, all this bullshit." I said, "Oh, really?" So I cracked the soda and you heard it go. And then I said, "Now, can I have my soda that I, paid for?" And he changed the soda. But that problems, that little scenario brought problems to somebody who, like I said, in all of the Puerto Ricans, because in our Puerto Rican stores, Yemen stores in our community, ain't no black-owned fucking stores. And I sacrificed the money for both of those 2 tribes, and both of those tribes are the tribes that's killing me. The Yemen people killed me, and the Yemen people know I'm their bloodline family. I'm your bloodline, meaning Christ's bloodline family. And now every Yemen is forfeiting that, because you got false Yemen people in your community killing us in corner stores, trafficking us, putting us in dogs, making us a whole nother fucking race. A whole nother race. And fake Dubai. Dubai is fake. Dubai is consciousness. Dubai is a man or woman in a dog and making different realities. And realities on realities. And not all Yemen stores, but there are some that, we being killed, slaughtered for no fucking reason. I didn't ever do nothing to Ali. Y'all killed Ali. You killed Ali and Hassan. So it's no wonder why Robert's name is called Emmanuel and Hassan, which those are the two names of two individuals that were killed. Hassan was killed. Hassan was killed. And mind you, his original name is not Kamal. His original name is Robert. Down with the Robert crew. All the Roberts is Robert Wagner and Robert Johnson bloodline. Every Robert gotta fall in line with what the original Robert Green, all these Robert Brown, which is Bobby Brown. Like I told you, I got killed in Robert Brown, Bobby Brown, Alicia Harris basement. I'm not the basement, in their bedroom, in a closet at 1365 East 87th Street. An order that was given from London to kill a 13-year-old and a 65-year-old white woman. A black 13-year-old and a 65-year-old white woman in that house in 87. That's how long ago. They said Bobby Brown and Whitney and them been dead since 87. He had AIDS since 87. And he's in a shelter as a German Shepherd dog that looked like a black man with AIDS. The only way you can get AIDS is if you're in a cat or a dog that look like a man or a woman or some other creation. Because they using the dogs, they using the cats to get bodies, they using the dog, they using lions, they using tigers, they using bears, they using anything to get another body. And you can't see the transformation, the process these niggas go through. And the process from leaving a human consciousness to becoming a dog, cat, reptilian, those consciousness, you have to forget everything you ever loved, everything you ever known. And you go into an animalistic consciousness. And the animalistic consciousness, if there's a consciousness in that animal tribe that is greater than your consciousness in that animal kingdom, you will obey. You will obey. You will listen. I am never supposed to obey anyone. I'm never supposed to B-E-Y, bay anyone. My name should never be Bay. I am an L. Elohim. 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 But I am always a fucking L, nigga. I am always masculine. Stop lying to these people. Stop trying to cover up something these Robert Wagner did so long ago. My kids are in a private school with a dog called Wagner. So how the hell did your bloodline, did Jackie Onassis' bloodline, Jackie, find Paula, little boy Paula? Because it's 34 Pine Street where Jackie Fogel first meets herself to me. And I've never been in a gay relationship with that woman. But I'm on RedTube, and she's sure enough eating my pussy on RedTube, while she's simultaneously working the same shelter where she keep telling the cops nothing happened to me. She's bugging out. But I'm on RedTube. I'm on RedTube with a staff member eating my pussy that I've never met. RedTube. Now they got Fuckbook. She on Jackie on Fuckbook. Jackie and Robert on Fuckbook too. Right, Jackie? Miss Mac. She in this shelter called Miss Mac. She in another shelter called Jackie. She in another shelter called they don't even call her Jackie, they call her Fugu. Her last name is Faro too. Ferrero. Her bloodline is originally from Honduras. So they could be black or Puerto Rican looking. And they are here causing problems with the regular Puerto Rican people. And Like basically they went to their tribe, said you got an upcoming Sweet 15. We want that body. Put her in another cat, start her life over. We want that body. And they took Puerto Rican kids' bodies that way. This is a tribe, this is a group, this is people, this is their custom, this is their customs and traditions. Custom and traditions. And the Bible said, leave the customs and traditions alone, lest your bloodline perish. And that's what's happening now. Because, like I said, Puerto Ricans don't stray far from the tree. They're in a cove and they're never allowed to leave home. Never. My first Puerto Rican I had personal conversation with. Her name was Enid, and she had a son named Andrew and a daughter. And I met her in a domestic violence shelter with a fat bitch called Krusty. We all call her Krusty because this bitch do wicked shit to us. White big bitch. Big Dero bitch. If you don't know what a Dero is, look it up. Derro. They are at, the Deros are now residing with Bobby Brown. Y'all call him Questlove. That's a full Dero. And they have sinister mindsets. Meaning they're sinister, meaning they will wipe out the whole planet and they will still keep physically eating humans, dead or alive. They don't care about smells, dead carcasses. These are people that kill whole bloodlines for no reason. They're Deros. They dwell in the inner earth. So when y'all ask where's these children going, it's the Deros. If you think they're not real, go to 1365 East 87th Street, where I was hurt in dream states after dream states, in the closet being stabbed by little. He got the biggest woman, one of the biggest Deros, with the littlest version of him, Bobby Brown. Because he keep going through these dogs. He done took over all the German Shepherds by now. So you got German Shepherds that look white, you got German Shepherds that look black, and they look like men. These are not men. When you go to the concerts with him, he's taking you in a whole, not only is he taking you in the Aquarian dimension of the 11th dimension of consciousness, not just the location. He's also taking you into a dog realm where there is no foundation. There's no construction workers. The dogs that's there, they can't even see what a room look like. Their eyes and our eyes is not the same. And then they kill you and you have to walk. You walking in and out of walls. You're just a ghost. But they need you to stay at that property. Because as long as you stay as a ghost in that property, like this property, as long as you stay dead in this property, all the dead souls going to come. All the dead souls. So there's so many people walking around, and just because they're being filmed through these fake phones and these fucking technology these Aquarians are fucking with, you think they still alive, but you're actually witnessing past life moments that's just being recorded. That's the whole scam of Netflix and these other shows, these other streaming shows. They're taking phones and they're going in past moments of lifetimes that they are not supposed to interrupt, where me and certain people didn't have bad blood, and they killed them and created a whole nother scenario of the relationships and stuff that was going on. And like I said, her name is Jackie Fuego, Fuego. She's in every shelter. They saying that it's a Spanish Inquisition. They taking all black women and making them Spanish through cats and dogs. And you forget your consciousness. You forget you got children to go home to, like me. And they don't stop until you're dead. Once you go in that Ice-T dog realm with these people, you don't come out until you're dead. That whole, what was that, Hunger Games? Mind you, it's called hunger. They were hungry for Christ's blood. They reporting that this RH blood tastes sweet to these people. They tried to get Diana to sacrifice her kids to be a reptilian, to have endless power, and they got the younger black, bloodline to agree. Have a child calling me his mother, have a child calling me his sister. And both is right, but both is wrong. In a shelter with a whole shelter, the woman just admitted on film that every being in this shelter killed people. I've already reported that most of these names are aliases. These are people, like I said, if you wonder how A$AP Rocky and Denzel Washington could be the same person, and Mark Phillips and Prince Andrew and Bobby Brown, they could be all the same identity because he went through different dogs. He went through different dogs, that's all. In one reality, he married to somebody as a pit bull, and then he married as 3 different pit bulls to the same bloodline. So he's married to the mother, the sister, and the daughter, and they all in different dogs. Real talk. And the women are doing it. Most of the women had their children put in dogs and kept being fucked by these dogs. So they're 100% gay by force. While the mother Eastern Stars took copies of their original souls and dated these women. Powerful star seeds that they were never supposed to. These are women doing this. This ain't just men. This is straight up women. Demonic women who were never going to be nothing but a ninth dimensional being. And their punishment to God's seed was to reverse and swap destinies and put God RH negative children in dogs while they feast first and drink down blood in every house they went in. Whole bloodlines are gone. Whole bloodlines now dogs. And no wonder why they all barking around me. You telling me I can't film the man that you know is killing your bloodline. Cuzzo, buzzho.